Hello there, my fellow zombies. Josh here with the Zombie Cure. Today we're going to talk about what you're worth when it comes to, job seeking or looking for a job. So you want to know what you're worth, and whatever job you're seeking, I always recommend looking out online to see what the market pay is from an employer in a specific job or that type of job. So that's the first step. So you want to know kind of how much you're getting paid, or how much you deserve to get paid. The biggest thing also is you're going to want to start by adding up all your expenses. What do you pay for rent or for mortgage? What do you pay gas, electric? What do you spend on groceries, insurance, internet, phone, anything and everything? You want to add all that up. And then once you have that figure, and this is a per month figure, what are you spending per month, is you want to multiply that by 12, and that gives your base expenses of what you need to make. Okay. Then what you're going to want to do is add 20% onto that figure for every month. And what that is that's going to be your quality, your margin for fun things to do, even unexpected expenses. That's what that is for. So once you got that figure, so you set that aside, that is, and when you actually look at what you want to be paid, that's the net. That's the net amount you need to make at your position. Now you want to add about another 25% of that total figure, yearly figure, for taxes. And the reason why I say that, because when you get an hourly wage, they're still going to take taxes out, so you need to make sure and figure that in there as well. Then once you have a figure, you kind of know what you need to make per year, and then from there you can kind of decide, well, what would be my hourly pay? You just kind of do the math backwards, and then you have your hourly pay or salary. Now, salary is kind of a tricky beast, because if you are offered a salary position, be careful, because that amount you make per hour usually will go down, because they will usually work in more than 40 hours. They'll try to mine as much output out of you for very little input for you. So what you want to do is your salary always needs to be a lot higher, probably compensate for around 50 to 60 hours on that. However, I don't ever recommend salary jobs, because it takes a lot of quality of life away, because you basically live and work at the company all of your waking hours. You don't get much time for family on salary positions, but there are a few good ones out there if you can find the right pay. So just kind of watch out for that. And then another thing you're looking for, and a lot of you are going to hate me for this, try to find a job with a union. And the reason why is because they're going to protect your job. And you also get higher pay than you would, say, at a right-to-work kind of position, because they can control whether they hire you or fire you whenever they want without just cause. So you want to try to navigate towards those jobs. Now, I understand those may be hard to find, so you just want to make sure you're being paid what you're worth. Again, check out the market, see what positions or like positions pay, so when you can negotiate with the person interviewing you or a hiring manager, don't let them lowball you. Okay, and then another thing you want to watch out for is jobs where you get hired and they make you afraid to discuss salary with other employees. They'll say things like, well, if you discuss your salary with other employees, you could be terminated. So make sure and check your state laws on that, because most of the time they can actually fire you from that, and there can be legal, you can pursue legal charges if they fire you for that reason. Now, most of the time if they fire you, they'll come up with a different reason. So you still want to be careful in discussing, your salary with employees, because if somebody does find out, they will find another way to get rid of you. So companies that have that as a rule, it's a red flag, because they're more about their profits and less about employees. So that's just another kind of a red flag to look at when you're negotiating a salary. And another thing is, when you're looking for a job, don't stay away from jobs that don't post what they pay. That's another red flag. Not saying it is all the time, but most of the time it is. They don't want you to know for a reason, because 90% of the time they are going to lowball you. Anyways, those are just some pros and cons there for you if you want to look at them to help you negotiate that proper salary. Anyways, I appreciate you watching, and it's just an observation.